Hello everyone, my name is Kriva, and this is Sid Meier's Civilization 6. And this is going to be my first playthrough ever of the game. It just released like an hour ago. I've recorded the previous video before, took a short break, just thinking about the game a little bit, what I'm gonna plan to do. The only thing I really planned beforehand was who to play as. And this is a cool map, by the way, just the two hemispheres, and here the North Pole with Russia, Scandinavia, North America. It's also an older map from the 1700s, maybe 1600s, where not all of America was known yet, so Alaska's not even on the map. But here we go, single player, create a game, and we are going to play as Teddy Roosevelt. Not even Theodore, it's Teddy Roosevelt. So we have the Founding Fathers, which is earn all government legacy bonuses in half the usual time. Once we're in the game, we'll see what that does. Roosevelt Corollary. Units receive 5 combat strength on their home continent, plus 1 appeal to all tiles in the city with a national park. Gain the Rough Rider unique unit when they research their rifling technology. Rough Rider is unique to Teddy Roosevelt. Culture is earned from kills on their capital's continent, and 10 combat strength when fighting on hills, and they're cheaper. The Mustang, replacement for the fighter, that is just stronger, and gets a lot more experience. And finally we can build a film studio which doubles tourism pressure in our civilization's cities. So we're going to play as Teddy Roosevelt. We're going to play on the Emperor difficulty. I've already beaten Civ 5 on Deity, yesterday actually. So it's at least Emperor is at least what we can do. The game speed, I will be playing on Epic. I want to play, on one hand I want to play on a Pangea map, but I would also like to see how it works with sea, so I'm going to play on continents, and we're going to play on a... Now I'm going to play on a large map, not on a huge map. So this is going to be it. Epic speed, so it's a little bit...
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. And so it is upon your broad shoulders, Theodore Roosevelt, to charge forth and lead your people on their great adventure. Use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. Surely, you will raise America into the limelight and attract visitors from across the oceans just to see your lands. Bully for you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, that sounds really good. Now, Teddy Roosevelt is like one of the most badass US presidents ever, so it's fitting that he finally gets to make his appearance in Civilization as well. And let's start the game.
Greetings, my liege. As your personal advisor, I am qualified to assist you in all matters related to ruling our civilization. I am at your service.
Now, I'm not new to Civilization, so I'm going to go with the new Civilization 6 advisor. See what we get. So, usually you get in a pretty decent location to start off with. We have a lot of desert, which might make the Petra wonder a very interesting thing to do. Petra is still in the game. Oh, water availability guide. So we're on a river, so we have fresh water, which gives us 3 bonus housing. Coastal water gives 1, no water is no, and too close to city means red. That has to do with settling, and there's some lenses. We'll get to things in the near future. As you can see, we start off with an extra tile somehow. Or we always start with 7 tiles, I'm not sure. So we have silk nearby, we have truffles. Truffles are luxury. Copper is bonus, stone is bonus, wheat is bonus. So silk, truffles, and some bonus resources. Now, big change, probably one of the biggest when it comes to gameplay mechanics, is the fact that you need 2 movement to get on a hill, and you need 2 full movement to do it. So right now, this warrior can only move to these 2 tiles this turn. If it wants to move to, say, the hill, it requires an extra movement. So we're just going to move further west first. So we start off with a lot of desert nearby, but I'm going to found the city. And it's going to be Washington. Oh, it doesn't get that extra tile. Okay, that's... Ah, too bad. We do get a lot of mountains to start off with. That's pretty nice. Not that the mountains themselves are useful, but with districts, I know mountains can be very useful. Now, our advisor recommends building a scout. It's only one more turn to build a slinger, though, and with what I've seen from... And actually, I have played the game once before. I remember I played it at Gamescom earlier this year. And yeah, you kind of need an extra military unit at the start to fight the barbarians that will come up. So, yeah, over here, all the city details are not on the... You don't go into the city anymore. It's more like Beyond Earth that you get pop-ups. So if you go purchase tile, you do go there. You have managed citizens, which you can do. It's pretty good production start, though. And bonus culture from Silk. You can purchase an item with gold, which you see on the right, and purchase with faith. We cannot do that right now. And finally change the production. That is like right at the wrong place. And the city details are on the left. So our city needs 11 turns to grow right now for our next citizen. We have 2 food bonus. We get 4 food per turn. We use 2. We get 10% bonus growth from having some amenities. From entertainment, probably from our palace building, I'm assuming. So 1 of 0 required, so we're happy, which means more growth and more yield from non-food stuff as well. Improve luxury resources to get amenities. And there's housing, place improvements, farm, fishing boats, pasture, plantation, and camps give housing right now. Housing from buildings, housing from civics, districts, improvements, water, and great people. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So this is already here. We have the palace, which is in the city center. So yeah, that's the districts. So we can have 1 district right now. Specific districts house specific buildings. So you can just decide, okay, I'm going to build this district. This is going to have these buildings. So you don't get every building anymore. And there's no religion right now. So that's all for the city details. We have to choose a research. Now let's look at the tech tree. So... Oh, bottom here. I think these are the turns. So future tech is of course the end. Nuclear fusion gives us a thermonuclear device. Whereas uranium maintenance is 16 gold per turn. Okay, good to know already. Not really. So, all research, except for the first 3, gets a Eureka bonus, which boosts the research by 50%, and 60% if you are China. Yeah, China. China. There's a thing with China when you talk about the Americans, apparently, right now, but let's not go into that. So... It's probably best to go for either pottery, animal husbandry, or mining. So we have stone, we do. We also have copper nearby. We also don't have cattle, sheep, or horses. It doesn't reveal horses, so I think they just show up. Camps, fur, ivory, deer, or truffle. So we can use both right now in the city. We need irrigation for the plantation for the silk. But I'm gonna start pottery. Gives you a granary. Allows the harvesting of wheat and rice. Allows harvesting of cattle and sheep. Allows chopping of wood and harvesting of copper. Well, since it will be a while before we actually get to a builder that we require to build all these things, it's late at night. It's 2:14 at night. Bloody hell. But we're going to go with pottery simply because we're building a slinger first. And oh yeah, I have the dynamic time on, which is pretty cool. So there's actually a day-night cycle in the game. Let's move on.
Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us. If we can impress them, I think they will reward us handsomely.
Tell me more. City-states are the smaller political entities. They cannot win a game, they're not competing against you, but they can greatly assist or impede your progress towards victory. So, we found Jerusalem. And because we are the first to find them, we have gained a free envoy, which means we get faith. So, it's gonna be... We're gonna be able to focus on religion as well this game, which is quite nice. So, envoys, you gain them with influence points and other things as well. Doing a city-state quest gives you an envoy with them. And here you can see if you send 1 envoy, you get 2 faith in the capital. If you have 3 envoys, in Jerusalem in this case, you get 2 faith in every holy site district. And 6 envoys, additional 2 faith in every holy site district. If you have 3 envoys and more than any other civilization, you get the unique bonus for the city-state. In the case of Jerusalem, every city-state has its own bonus, which can be really cool. And very useful. But here it is, cities automatically converts to the religion you founded and exerts pressure for that religion as if it were a holy city. Suzerain diplomacy bonus, this is the same for all the unique bonuses, just Jerusalem. So the city-state follows you into war and peace, your units may enter city-state lands, your builder units may improve city-state tiles, see 3 tiles around the city-state, can pay gold to temporarily take control of their military, and gain ownership of all the city-state's resources. Currently they have none. So these are all the city-states, diplomacy window. Over here there's also the world rankings. We have not met anyone, we're 10th place. We're leading the cultural victory though, by the way. City-state meeting bonus, because we are the first to meet them. And they also have a quest. Trigger an inspiration for foreign trade. Now there's a civic tree, and the foreign trade is discover a second continent. So the civics is basically the research tree for culture. And that's what it does. Oh yeah, let's go to the next turn. So we do have a lot of desert nearby. Hey, hello warrior of Jerusalem. Hey, it is a tribal goody hut. A tribal village, colloquially known as a goody hut. A village inhabited by a friendly tribe. That gives us a bonus, in this case 40 gold. Also, hello sea, with 2 fish. Probably want to settle over here near the coast for our coastal city. Do I want to go... Yeah, I want to go further south for now. Good choice, we find another tribal village. This looks like a fine location. And that is a barbarian encampment. They give us an inspiration to foreign trade. Well, that is actually quite lucky, because that's what we need. Yeah, we need to build a city. If we build it here, we don't get that fish, but we get these 2 fish in range. We're also at the coast. And a city doesn't have to be on the coast to build ships, because you can build ships in a harbor. A harbor is now also a... yeah, see, quest completed. We get a free envoy with Jerusalem already. So a harbor is a district, and you build it in the sea instead of on land. Now this barbarian encampment is going to send out a scout, so I want to take care of that scout. Now barbarian encampments work a little bit differently. They send out scouts. If the scout finds a city, they can use that information to send more units at you. But to get that information, they need to actually go back to their site first. So we might get lucky, we might not. Lenses, let's see, the settler lens. I can actually settle here. It's the only tile I can settle there. But that is fine, this is exactly where I want to settle. We almost have our slinger done. Hopefully the scout doesn't go left right now. The problem with scouts is they do have a movement of 3, so they know where we are. Also, cities cannot bombard without having walls, so I cannot shoot the scout yet. He's running south. It might actually be a better idea to just go for the camp in this case. Choose production. I'm wary, very wary. I'm getting at another warrior. It seems long, but remember, we are on epic speed, so... The problem with slingers is they only have a range of 1. And another city-state. They want me to send a trade route. Non-Madol, and we get bonus culture in the capital. Quite nice. 3 envoys in theater districts, theater square districts, and then another 2 for 6. If you have them all, your districts on or next to coast towers produce 2 culture. Yeah, we have 2 city-states. Oh, that's a lionish thing. This is a turtleish thing. That's pretty nice. Yeah, we get a free envoy because we're the first to meet them. And as you can see, the land ends here, which means we are relatively close to the coast.
New policies in our government can be of great benefit.
Ooh.
Our people await your decree.
Tell me more. Policies have concrete effects for gameplay. Some increase our city's production, while others generate more wealth. And still others help create a more effective military. There are no right or wrong policy choices in the game, and one policy may be better for a given circumstance than other, or better suit your personal playing style. Try them out and see. There are 4 types of policies, each of which may be slotted into a corresponding slot in a given government. Slotting these individual policies will give you the benefits described and enhance your game.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune.
Okay, we have granary complete.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
And we've got the Code of Laws. With your people enthused to try Code of Laws, government and social policy changes are free this turn. And we're going to change policies because we don't have any. Double experience for recon units or 5 unit combat strength when fighting barbarians. Well, we're already fighting barbarians, so we're going to go with discipline. And you can see military policies, economic policies, diplomatic, and wild cards. All the only choices you can have: faith and gold in the capital or production in all cities. I'm good on faith, so I'm going to go with the production, urban planning. Yes, I have set my agenda. Ooh, it's now night time. Yeah, you are definitely going to shoot them. Okay, no, I want to do a melee attack, or a range attack. It's no longer B. I'm extremely used to the B key being this one. Options. Key bindings. Range attack. R. Oh, okay, R, yeah. B is found city, yeah, that's building. Okay, yeah, no, then they are on separate ones. That's annoying. But it's going to be the case here. So, we have not gotten a Eureka yet for any other research, so I'm just going to continue with mining. And we can choose another civic to research as well, so we need to improve 3 tiles. But we already have the Eureka, the inspiration in the case of culture civics, so discover a second continent. But we got that without discovering a second continent. So if you look at the continents, we can see just one continent right now. We are settled on the continent of Colombia. That's actually sort of relevant to us. That's quite nice. So it's now getting morning, I think. Oh, they're taking care of them. So Nanmadol is stealing my gold. Or did I just get the gold? Not sure right now. Crabs. Yeah, this looks like another city location over here. So we want one here and one here. That gets us that fish and is probably the furthest away from that tile it can be. Oh, yes, 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 let's take out a scout. At least they don't kill the dogs. We destroy an enemy scout with only taking 10 damage. Let's discover some more. But it is also sadly time for me to already end this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video, especially this video, the first one of this Let's Play, to make sure that more people will find it and will also enjoy it into the future. Also make sure to like the channel and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date in the future. And I will see you guys later.